Teaching is always fun, and one enjoys teaching when they have great learners and great students like you all. Greetings from me to everyone. So, today, as you can see, we are going to learn a new topic, that is direct and indirect speech. There are two ways to report the words of the speaker, that is, the direct and the indirect way of reporting the words of the speakers. When the exact words of the speaker are quoted or placed in inverted commas, it is called a direct speech. For an example, you can see over here, Rahul said, I want to buy a badminton racket. So you can just see this part of a statement or sentence that is under inverted comma. This is called your reported speech, and the exact words of the Rahul are quoted as it is or presented as it is. So hence it is direct speech. That is, the exact words of the speaker are quoted directly. Next comes the indirect speech. As the word itself suggests, that the words of the speakers are reported indirectly without quoting it, and no inverted commas are used. You can see what are the changes here in the sentence. Rahul said that he wanted to buy a badminton racket. So these are the same words which were used in direct speech. But now, when used in indirect speech, it is completely a transformed form, a transformed sentence. That is, the exact words of the speaker is not quoted, and it is indirectly reported or spoken here. What are the changes that you can observe here is, one by one we'll go through the points. Just to give you an idea about it, comma is removed and that is used. Then first person pronoun according to the rule will change according to the subject person pronoun. So Rahul, it becomes he over here. Present tense, there's a change in the tense as well. So want will change into wanted, to buy a badminton racket. So these are the changes. That is, you will observe the change in the tense. You will observe the change in the person pronoun, as well as you will add conjunction to add the sentence, that is reporting clause or the main clause to the reported speech. Now, what do you observe here? I have just separated each part of the direct speech for you to understand the things properly. So, as you can see, Rama said, I am very busy now. In the above example, the speaker is Rama. Fine. Said is known as reporting verb, as I told you. I am very busy now. As I told you, the part of sentence that is after comma is called your reported speech. So this is your reported speech. Okay? So Rama said, I am very busy now. I am very busy now is your reported speech. So this must be very clear. What is your reporting clause? Rama said is your reporting clause. Said is your reporting verb. Okay? And I am very busy now is your reported speech. And the part of a sentence that is separated by comma, okay, are reporting clause and reported speech. And these parts are separated by, as I told you, comma, which will be replaced by that, okay, as a conjunction in order to join the sentence. Fine. Next, as you can see over here, the same sentence. Let's see the transformation over here. Rama said, comma is there, comma is removed, that is used. Fine. Then next is your inverted commas. So now it's time to remove inverted commas from direct speech. And then first person pronoun. Just now I told you first person pronoun of reported speech will change according to subject person. So Rama is your subject. So we are going to write over here he. I am very busy now. Am is your am reflects that. Okay, it tells us that the time, the action, okay, is presently being done. Okay, it tells us about the present time. So present tense, it will change into past tense. So he was very busy. Now time will change into then. Okay, let's see the next slide. Now, as you can observe certain basic changes, the rules which I have, the difference that I have given you here, what happens in case of direct speech and indirect speech. In case of direct speech, the exact words of the speaker are repeated as I told you. It is addressed directly. And in case of indirect speech, the speaker's words are reported by someone in his or her words. Okay, that is indirectly, and the part is called reported speech or indirect speech. Both are the same thing. Now, the words of the speaker are enclosed within inverted commas. This is one of the features which we have seen now. And then again, since the exact words of the speakers are not reproduced, the inverted commas are removed. Fine. The introductory word is said or the reporting word is said. There, in case of indirect speech, it changes to said or told. A comma separates the introductory part, that is also called reporting clause or the main clause, and the exact words of the speaker, which is called indirect speech or the reported speech. Okay, then subordinate conjunction that is used to join the introductory part to the reported. So these are the basic changes which I have told you right now and explained you well. I hope at least these points are clear to you. Remember, my children, we are going to move step by step. This is the first video, okay, associated with the topic reported speech, which I am explaining to you right now, and it is basically concerned to assertive sentences, the simple sentences that we write. Okay, let's move on to our next slide. Now, the other changes that takes place in reported speech are or indirect speech are first person pronoun changes according to subject person. So first person pronoun in reported speech, always remember this, must not be confused. Second person pronoun in reported speech are always changed according to the object of the reporting speech. So second person, object person. So reported speech, reporting speech or main clause or reporting clause. Third person pronoun in reported speech, there will be no change. Okay, there would be no change in case of this. Fine. Next, you can see, you can remember this, okay, in form of formula which I have written for you. S stands for subject, O stands for object, and N stands for no change. So third person pronoun, there will be no change taking place. There are again certain changes, okay, in the present tense forms, like is, am, are changes to was, were, has, have, had, can, could, shall, will, should, would, must, had to, or would have to. Now, as I told you, there will also be a change in adverb, places, and time, isn't it? So today will change into that day. I have got a piano lesson today. So she said that she had got a piano lesson that day. Have got, present perfect changes to past perfect, and then there's a change in time, that is today changes to that day. Here changes to there likewise. Put the box here. He told us to put the box there. This changes to that. So examples are given over here. You can follow these examples and get a better understanding of this part. Tomorrow changes to the following day, the next day, the day after. Okay? Next week, the following week, the next week, the week after. Fine? Yesterday, the previous day, the day before. Last week, the previous day, the week before. Ago, previously, before. Tonight, that night. So these are the basic changes that take place while transforming the sentence. Okay, that is, besides the changes in tenses, there will also be a change in adverb of time and place. Fine, that you must keep in your mind. Now, tenses as I told you. Present simple or simple present or simple indefinite will change to past simple. She said it is cold. So, she said that, comma will be removed, that it was cold. She said, I'm teaching English online. She said that she was teaching English online. So, present perfect simple will change into past perfect simple. Present perfect continuous will change into past perfect continuous. Simple past will change into past perfect. Past continuous to past perfect continuous. Past perfect, no change. Past perfect continuous, no change. So all these basic changes you have to keep in mind. Few exceptions are also there. If reported speech has universal truth or habitual fact, then there is no change in the tense. Fine. Direct. Our teacher said the earth is round. So this is universally accepted and this is a universal truth. So there will be no change in the tense. Our teacher said that the earth is round. Comma will be removed, that will be used, and in the reported speech there will be no change in the tense. Fine. Exception 2. If reported speech has past historical fact, then there is no change in the tense. Our teacher said Ashoka left war after the conquest of Kalinga. So our teacher said, comma will be removed, that Ashoka left war after the conquest of Kalinga. So there will be again no change in the tense. Few more exceptions are, if reported speech has two actions to be happening at a time, then there is no change in the tense. He said, my wife was making lunch when I was studying. So two actions at the same time, there will be no change in the tense. Next, if reported speech has some imagined condition. She said, if I were rich, I would help him. She said that if she were rich, she would help him. If reported speech contains would, could, should, must, might, ought to, etc., then there is no change in the tense. So here I have given you a few exceptional rules, exceptions which you must go through because it is very important while you transform the sentence from direct to indirect. Now, if this here and now points to such a thing, place or time that is in front of the speaker, then no changes takes place in indirect narration. See in this case, he says, I'm glad to be here this evening. He says he is glad to be here this evening. So here and this points out that the something is closer to the speaker at the time of speaking. Okay, so the changes do not occur if the speech is reported during the same period or at the same place. Here and this, same place and same time, so there will be no change again. He said, "This is my book." He said that this was his book. Why? There will be no change in this because the book at the time of speaking is in the hand of the speaker. Mohan said, "I will do it now or never." So when this, there and now points to such a thing, place or time that is in front of the speaker, then no change takes place in indirect narration. I provided you with the chart over here. This would make the things a bit easier, as children, they do have confusion, like what would be the possessive case of I, objective case of I, and reflexive case of I. So you must keep in mind that objective case of I is me, vice versa, its nominative case is I. We, us, we, possessive is ourselves. Likewise, you need to keep this chart and revise it daily. Okay, next. These are the examples given here for you to practice at your home. Okay, and I have added a point here. When the reporting verb is in present and future form, then the tense of the sentence will not change. Very important one, which you all must keep in your mind. She says, "I eat an apple a day." So you can see that your reporting verb is in present tense. Hence, you are going to use the basic rules. All the rules you are going to apply over here. But the tense of the sentence will not change. It will remain as it is. The same is the case when you will use future tense. Okay, and future tense as reporting verb, the tense of the sentence will not change here. I hope the things are quite clear to you. Please do practice these questions at home. Thank you. Have a nice day.